Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It's possible that the voice who abducted Sharon and Phyllis from the Young and the Restless went too far with the hint he left for his victims on March 4th. What costs nothing and is worth everything, he inquired. Time is, of course, the answer. Although it is priceless, you are not required to charge it to your debit card. However, how does this identify the kidnapper, you ask? Easy. Why would anyone wish to teach Sharon and Phyllis the value of time? Their loved ones, including the one we were certain was at fault for a brief while, may be at fault. However, that doesn't make sense considering how concerned the families of Sharon and Phyllis are. Furthermore, you would have to be a very bad relative to voluntarily traumatize Sharon or Phyllis further after what Ian and Jordan have just caused the women. More, stars hint to the Young and Restless kidnapping story's culmination. Who is left behind by that? Ian. The fact that Victor, Nick, and the rest of the cast don't acknowledge his existence is a major plot flaw. What could have prevented them from wanting to see the villain's body slide into the incinerator? But we're getting off topic. Given his status as reformed, Ian might view it as a good thing, making Sharon and Phyllis think back on all the time they've wasted at each other's throats. On the other hand, Ian, who is extremely angry, could then declare that he will kill them both now that their hearts and eyes have been opened in order to get the retribution he has been seeking. To ensure that we couldn't be friends in the future, you made us realize that we could have been friends for all these years. Shocked, Sharon and Phyllis inquire. Additionally, ladies and gentlemen, who is our new favorite character? Well done. You have a perfect understanding, Ian replies. You had to realize your mistakes first. You must now bear the repercussions of your pointless quarrel. You threw it away after taking every chance you two had. All of your chances are now gone. All of you have run out of time. But congrats on winning the game, he continues. Ian then departs, never to be seen again. Would Phyllis and Sharon really croak? Obviously not. It is as conceivable that the show will kill them as it is that it will rename itself CEOs and Psychos instead of Young and Restless. However, both they and we would be facing an extremely uncertain future when they are rescued. What would the soap opera be like if they genuinely spoke to each other rather of yelling at each other? According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Phyllis Summers might do something unexpected once she's free. What Phyllis does next is going to rock Billy Abbott's world. Fans of YNR are aware that Billy has become worried about Phyllis because of her recent actions, which appear out of character. For Billy, some things are simply not adding up right now. It doesn't make sense for Phyllis to disappear in this way, given how excited she was to join Abbott Communications and secure Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s employment there as well. Billy is beginning to worry about the likelihood of kidnapping because of this, and his instincts are correct. In reality, Phyllis is being held captive by their abductor, who is forcing her to play a perverse game with Sharon Newman. Freedom will eventually arrive, regardless of whether Phyllis and Sharon manage to flee, are saved, or simply win the game and earn their way out. What will Phyllis do once she's finally free? It's time to start planning the next chapter of this tale. Phyllis will undoubtedly alter as a result of this experience, and it is hoped that this will eventually strengthen her bond with Sharon. Sharon and Phyllis will never be best friends, but after dealing with this disaster, they should be able to tolerate one another. Naturally, Phyllis might also develop a greater appreciation for the good things in her life, such as Billy, her career, and her kids. After all this time as a hostage, it's easy to envision Phyllis concluding life is too short to hold back. Given this, Phyllis might take a risk following her experience in captivity. Will Phyllis tell Billy she still feels something for him? To truly emphasize how much Billy matters to her, may Phyllis plant a kiss? A renewed conflict with Sally Spectra may result from Phyllis's hostage crisis, which may serve as a wake-up call and persuade her to stand up for Billy. We'll give you additional predictions on all the romantic stuff that will happen in GC because teasers for The Young and the Restless suggest that Billy might receive updates about Phyllis's enduring love. Jack Abbott makes a promise to Summer Newman, vowing to do everything in his power to protect her. Jack's commitment to Summer underscores the depth of their bond as he grapples with the challenges of being a father figure in her life. The emotional moment adds a layer of warmth to the episode as the residents of Genoa City navigate the complexities of love, betrayal, and family. Week of March 10th to 14th. As the week unfolds, the various storylines converge, setting the stage for even more explosive developments in the days to come. Sharon and Phyllis's fragile alliance is tested as they continue to navigate their captor's twisted game, while Lily's investigation into Damian Kane uncovers shocking revelations that could upend the lives of everyone involved. The confrontation between Billy and Adam threatens to reignite old rivalries, and the mystery of Aristotle Dumas looms larger than ever. With so much at stake, the residents of Genoa City are once again caught in a web of love, betrayal, and danger, ensuring that the next episode will be filled with gripping storytelling and emotional moments that will keep viewers eagerly tuning in. The Young and the Restless continues to deliver compelling drama, blending high-stakes storytelling with complex character dynamics. The mystery surrounding Sharon and Phyllis's captivity, the evolving relationships between Damian and Lily, and the rekindled romance between Adam and Chelsea promise to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. As the residents of Genoa City grapple with their personal and professional challenges, the stage is set for even more explosive developments in the days to come. Whether it's the psychological toll of captivity, the fallout from Audra's confession, or the ongoing mystery of Aristotle Dumas, the next episode promises to be a must-watch for fans of the long-running soap opera. The shocking revelation that will change everything in The Young and the Restless, Who Kidnapped Sharon and Phyllis. March 4, 2025, marks a defining moment in The Young and the Restless universe, the day that the voice, the twisted kidnapper, dropped an unsettling clue that may just reveal everything we thought we knew about the abduction of Sharon and Phyllis. The chilling words uttered by this mysterious figure were, "What is worth everything, and costs nothing?" At first glance, it seems like a cryptic riddle, but as the pieces fall into place, this statement is about to expose the truth in a way nobody expected. You might think you've got it figured out. Who would want to kidnap Sharon and Phyllis, and why would they drop such an ominous clue? Is it someone from their past? Someone with a bone to pick? Or could it be something even more sinister that has been brewing in the shadows? Strap in because the plot of this kidnapping story is about to turn everything on its head. What does the riddle mean? Time, an invaluable gift or a curse? At first, the question "what is worth everything and costs nothing" seems almost too easy. The answer is time, something so precious, it can never be bought, and yet, it's the one thing we all wish we had more of. In the world of The Young and the Restless, time is a constant theme. The characters' lives revolve around it, from relationships, to business deals, to the battles fought between good and evil. And for Sharon and Phyllis, time has been a significant factor in their tumultuous history. They've spent years locked in a bitter rivalry, fighting for their place in Genoa City. But what if someone wants them to finally appreciate how much time they've wasted, both in their personal lives and their feud with each other? The very nature of the question posed by the kidnapper suggests that it's more than just a cryptic statement. It's a moral challenge, one that forces Sharon and Phyllis to confront their past mistakes, as well as the time they've lost in pursuit of their own desires and grudges. What if this is exactly what the voice wants them to realize? What if the villain behind this entire plot is trying to teach them a lesson they're not ready to learn? Who would want to give them this harsh, life-altering lesson? The suspects, who's behind the kidnapping? Let's start with the obvious, their loved ones. Could one of Sharon or Phyllis's family members be behind this? The thought is intriguing, but it doesn't quite add up. Sharon's family is deeply concerned for her safety, and Phyllis's loved ones are just as worried. So, it's hard to imagine someone close to them orchestrating such a traumatic event. After all, why would anyone want to traumatize Sharon or Phyllis further, especially when they've already suffered at the hands of Ian and Jordan? That doesn't make sense. But then there's Ian, the man we thought was long gone. Is Ian still alive? Is he behind this twisted game? Remember, Victor, Nick, and the rest of the crew are still in the dark about Ian's fate, and that's a glaring plot hole that's just begging to be addressed. Ian may have reformed in the eyes of others, but let's not forget, he's a master manipulator with an insatiable thirst for revenge. If anyone would want to make Sharon and Phyllis reflect on the time they've wasted feuding, it's Ian. The devious plan, teaching Sharon and Phyllis a lesson. Think about it, Ian could view the kidnapping as a twisted redemption arc. What better way to teach Sharon and Phyllis the value of time than by forcing them to face the consequences of their bitter rivalry? Imagine this, Sharon and Phyllis, finally realizing the error of their ways, begin to understand how they've wasted so many years hating each other instead of appreciating the precious moments they could have spent building a friendship. But just as they start to grasp the lesson, the voice drops the ultimate bombshell: "You've learned the lesson, now it's time for the punishment." And in a chilling moment of truth, Ian would reveal his ultimate motive: he's going to kill them both. "You forced us to realize that we could have been friends all these years, only to ensure that we couldn't be friends in the future," Ian would say, with an air of satisfaction. "You're all out of chances. You're all out of time." But before they meet their grim fate, Ian would leave them with a final, cryptic remark: "Goody. You understand perfectly. Congratulations on winning the game. Will Sharon and Phyllis survive? You can't kill off legends." Let's face it, The Young and the Restless is unlikely to kill off Sharon or Phyllis. The two women are essential to the show's fabric. Fans have invested decades in their journeys, so the prospect of losing them permanently is a non-starter. But what's more intriguing is the aftermath of their rescue. The Young and the Restless has never shied away from shaking things up, and this could be the perfect opportunity to explore a new dynamic between Sharon and Phyllis. Could it be that their near-death experience forces them to reevaluate their relationship? Could they move past their long-standing animosity and find common ground? It's doubtful they'll ever become best friends, but it's possible they'll develop a grudging respect for one another after enduring such a traumatic event. What does Phyllis do next? Will Billy's world be rocked? When Phyllis finally regains her freedom, what will she do? Fans are already buzzing about the potential for big changes in Phyllis's life, especially in her relationship with Billy Abbott. Phyllis's kidnapping experience will surely change her, and one thing's for certain: life's too short to hold back. Could Phyllis decide that it's time to make a bold move and confess to Billy that she still has feelings for him? Billy has been on high alert, sensing that something is off with Phyllis lately. She's been distant, acting out of character, so it's no surprise that he starts suspecting foul play. When he learns the truth, it's bound to shake him to the core. But what will Phyllis do once she's free? Will she finally confess her lingering feelings for Billy? Could this lead to a passionate kiss, rekindling their romance? But as we know, Phyllis never shies away from stirring the pot. She's about to make some bold moves that could spark a new rivalry with Sally Spectra. The drama is far from over, in fact, it's only just beginning. Conclusion: the future of The Young and the Restless is uncertain, but full of possibilities. The aftermath of Sharon and Phyllis's kidnapping will undoubtedly have ripple effects throughout Genoa City. While we can't predict exactly what will happen next, one thing is clear: The Young and the Restless is about to enter an entirely new phase. Will Sharon and Phyllis learn to value time and each other? Will Phyllis and Billy reignite their love story? The answers may surprise you, and they're coming sooner than you think. Stay tuned, YNR fans. This is just the beginning of a whole new chapter in the saga of Sharon, Phyllis, and the dangerous forces that lurk in Genoa City. Buckle up, because things are about to get even more intense. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless, YNR, hint that after she is released from the mental institution, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, would make a shocking move toward Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. Billy is more concerned about Phyllis than he is expressing, and she is missing. Is it possible that he still harbors affections for the redhead? Indeed, perhaps. Phyllis's actions are inconsistent with her character. Given that Phyllis was eager to join Abbott Communications with her son Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, Billy had concerns about her safety. She values her children above all else, so it is unusual for her to avoid the spotlight. Billy is curious if Red has been abducted because he has some knowledge of it, having had his wife abducted to pay off his gambling debts. In reality, Phyllis is being held captive by their kidnapper, who is forcing her to play a perverse game with Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. Sharon and Phyllis are having issues. In a game where they have to cooperate to survive, Phyllis and Sharon are being kept together. Since we are certain that the two ladies cannot remain imprisoned indefinitely, let's anticipate Phyllis's initial reaction upon being released. Phyllis and Sharon will undoubtedly be affected by being held captive. Instead of waiting in the dark, she might begin to understand how valuable time is and take action. Considering that she has been acting envious of Billy's boo Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, this could imply that she is grateful for everything in her life, including her friendship with him. Is Phyllis going to approach Billy? We predict that Phyllis will reevaluate her emotions for Billy after she is freed from captivity. This could entail an impetuous action like kissing him or saying something ridiculous that doesn't reflect how she really feels. Do you believe Phyllis will emerge from this hostage situation a different woman? Tell us, YN our lovers. Would she start a conflict with Sally to achieve what she wants if she did decide to make a move on Billy? Tell us who you want Billy to be with in GC and what you think of the hostage plot. Check in to see what's going on with YNR at the moment. Make us your favorite hotspot by returning frequently for news, updates, and spoilers for the young and the restless.